and welcome to this episode of the podcast. We changed our filming and posting schedule recently, so I have no idea which one this is.
You guys have a good
Well,
Christmas?
This is our Christmas special, I guess, but little industry secret. We're filming this on December 2nd. So
Not secret anymore, Josh.
I'm Josh Mariani. I'm joined with my my fellow co-host.
I'm not
Ethan
Josh
Sawyer.
Mariani.
What?
I'm not Josh Mariani.
Yeah, I'm Josh Mariani, the
Okay.
one and only
Got it.
Mr. Vice
Glad we got that
President.
cleared up.
Do our guests want to introduce themselves?
Yeah, sure. I'm Wyland. I'm your secretary.
I'm Nandita, but most of you know me as Nani. I am on the POTH committee, and I'm also in Splanning.
I'm Fiona. That's all I got.
Wyland, you've become something of a recurring guest now on the podcast. This is you're our first ever second time guest.
Just so special.
We just wanted you back that badly. So, how are you guys doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
I'm doing excellent. I'm so excited for this podcast. Okay, so this is a very for our guests listening. This is a very special podcast. One, I've gotten a lot of comments that people think I look really small in all our episodes, so I moved my chair forward today. So
That's because you sit like this.
Yes.
Like,
well, I usually lean back, but I'm like pushed up against my desk right now. Like we can make it even more intimate.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
but that's not the reason it's special.
Yeah.
That's just a
That's just one. That's just
That's
the
just
main
a bonus.
reason.
That's just
It's
a
a
cherry on
bonus.
top. So this group of people is incredibly special to me and all of us, hopefully, because maybe it's just me. But in middle school, this was the walk home gang. We
right.
would all walk home together.
We would
Beautiful
trek through the
game.
woods together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Across the river.
There are
Yep.
so
I
many instances of just pure stupidity, and it was. I can probably sit here all day long and talk about every single day and how like every single day was a completely like new adventure.
We would
Because-
literally ford a stream every single day to get home.
Yeah.
We like walk through someone's backyard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
You
was
guys
so
have
much fun.
a favorite? Okay, so to give some context, we from Frost. There's like a little stream at the bottom of the hill, which I'm sure everyone knows. And then if you go back through the woods there, you go behind the Wooten baseball field, and you're pretty much like right next to me and Ethan's house then. So we would always go through the woods to get there. Except it was not like the easiest path to do by any means, because there was thorns, and this is my favorite memory. Sometimes you have to walk up like a little hill, and if it was rainy, it was really, really, really muddy.
Yeah.
And I can remember specific instances of Fiona, myself, and Ethan all
Yep.
falling down and getting covered in mud. One time I was running late to school. I told Ethan to go ahead of me, and I like sprinted down the path, and I just full face planted and slid along the mud, and I had to run back home and change. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me once. I was like walking to school with Josh, and yeah, I don't know. I was running late. He went ahead, and then I slipped and fell and like soaked my pants in mud and had to go home and change them.
The amount of times I slipped there on the snow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
When
yeah.
Oh, so bad.
That one slope.
I don't know which one of us said this was a good idea, but we all knew going there, especially in the winter, like going down that path was such a bad idea. And we still did
We
it
still did it.
Yeah.
every day. Like
It
no
was
one
so
no one
beautiful
was-
back there in the snow.
I know that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure I also saw like a dead deer there once that was like
Yes, I
Oh,
remember
Oh,
that.
wait,
I remember
wait, I
that.
remember
I
that.
remember that.
I remember that.
Josh,
And it was like half decayed too.
Yeah, I was
Oh my god.
was
I remember walking to school with Josh the first time we saw that deer, and it was like on the other side of the creek from where we were walking at the time. And we're like, oh, that's interesting. We kept walking to school for a few more days, and then vultures started to appear, like on our walk to school, and like
Massive
circle
vultures. Yeah.
above our heads. Yeah, huge vultures.
There was like a pack of like 15 like perched in the trees, like flying around and like eating the deer. I thought I was gonna die. I thought this is it.
I'm pretty sure we also saw some like live deer there a couple times. And being my
Yeah.
8th grade self, I was like, oh, I want to pet one. Every time I just watch, I just want to pet one so badly. Obviously, I didn't, but probably because you guys stopped me, but I totally would have.
No, we did not stop you.
I would like to do that. I want to see what happens.
I always used to want to pet deers. I'd always have to go to like my brother and sister's like baseball games, and I would always just go to like the playground. And there's always
Find
like
deer.
sometimes there was a deer, and I would just like I would like over the course of like 30 minutes like slowly inch towards it, which is a bad idea. Don't do it because they have like ticks and stuff.
Mhm.
But I always wanted to touch one
Oh my
just
goodness.
because I thought I don't know I wanted to.
That
I
you
could
be
have.
friends.
I was on a run once, and like there's like a bridge right by Wooten where like the huge like
Mhm.
you have to
Mhm.
like and there was a deer just like on the other side of the railing, and I didn't notice because there's like bushes, and I was just like 5 inches away from it all of a sudden. I was like, and I like it started like freaking out, like jumping. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
They're kind of scary. Like they could like kick my head open if they wanted
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I remember another really fun thing we do is, so basically we'd get to Josh's house, and then Josh and Ethan live like 2 seconds away from each other. So that's where their journey
4
with us would
seconds.
end. But every time we'd get there,
Oh yeah.
I'd always beg Josh to give me food because I was
I
starving
remember that.
every time. I don't know why I was so hungry, because I like ate a full lunch and I was like, and I'm tiny, so you'd think I'd be full, but no, I would beg Josh to like give me whatever he had because I was starving. That was really funny. I felt so bad for that. So sorry, Josh.
What would
Yeah,
you
You're
guys
like a
we're 8-year
raccoon.
lunch, bro.
Yeah, literally. I would like. How are you still? Okay. So we'd always have to wait on the hill for like probably 10 or 15 minutes after school because Wyland was putzing around at the buses or whatever.
I felt so wrong.
Always late.
Yeah.
Those were like the best times, just like chilling on the hill.
Yeah, without you.
Yeah, before Wyland came. No, but we would like sometimes we just like sit up there for like 30 minutes if we like, because middle school you have nothing to do like ever.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then I never ate my snacks in my lunch. Like I'm like a very white person, so I'd always have like little bags of chips and Oreos and stuff, and I would alys just give them
I
to
would
people.
take your Oreos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember eating your food.
Whoever got there fastest would be able to lay claim to the
I
most valuable
remember
items in his lunch pouch.
I'm pretty sure it was
Pull
like
your sandwiches too sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes
yeah.
if it was chicken nugget day, I wouldn't eat my sandwich and I would get absolutely obscene amounts of chicken nuggets.
Wyland would also hide my phone on the hill.
Oh my.
And like he would mess with me like every day saying, Nani, no, I have your phone. No. He would say, your phone is back at Frost. I was like, no, it's not. And we'd be like 2 seconds away from Josh and Ethan's house. And I'd start walking back every time.
Oh
And he'd
yeah.
be like,
So
oh, it's right
funny.
here. Right here.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Play phone catch with your phone. I remember that.
Yeah.
we would. And I could never get it. I was like monkey in the middle, but like
Okay.
failed at it. So
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that game in so long.
I hated that game.
I hated that game.
It
too.
stresses me out.
Oh.
I was always the middle.
Why does it stress you out, Josh?
Well, no, like the idea of like having to like throw something to someone or like getting it thrown towards you and someone else is trying to intercept it.
Oh yeah. That makes
Oh.
sense.
I don't like that. No, thank you.
Huh.
When I was a young child, tag is one of my favorite games. But it used to stress me out. Like if I was getting chased by someone, I would
It
just
still
like
does. I know this.
It's kind of like a big brain strategy, but I would just like as they were gaining on me, I would just quickly squat to the ground and they would just trip over me and then I'd dart the other direction because I didn't like being
Gosh.
chased.
Oh my gosh.
That's such a Josh
Why?
thing.
Why would tag be your favorite game if you don't like being chased, Josh? That's
And I like to run
I-
around. I don't know.
So you just like running. You don't like tag.
Well, I don't like running. But
Wait, what?
I,
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You just said it.
my
Yeah,
logic is
tagging.
not linear,
No,
guys.
there's a difference between running and running around.
Yeah, I just like
of course.
like I don't like
Of course.
running for like cross country is so incredibly boring.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Because it is. Yeah. I don't
What
know
is
how
it?
people
I was gonna say, what is an outreach captain's job?
Oh, so I'm an outreach captain of the cross country team. So if we had like an in-person season, I would be in charge with James Mina, Kate Ladeau, and Abby DeMonte, who are also other outreach captains, and we'd be in charge of like integrating freshmen and new runners into the team, and especially working with freshmen to make sure like they know how like high school works, and if they have any questions, help them with that. So.
But cross country is really boring.
Yeah, the people are kind of cool. Some of them.
Kind of.
Well, I'd say. Well, okay. So I mean, it's like it's an over 100-person team.
Yeah.
So not everyone's gonna be cool, but most
Yeah.
people are. All the new runners are cool. So
Would you say that you know everybody, Josh, like on the team?
no, absolutely not. Well, sir, definitely not after virtual. Like,
Yeah.
it's so hard to get to know the new runners because like if we have 90 people on a Zoom call, like there's not much you can do. Did any of you guys do virtual sports? Wyland, you do lacrosse, right?
I was gonna do it this year, but I decided not to since it's like just virtual, so there's not really a point.
That's a good choice because virtual. I decided not to do indoor track because I mean it's so difficult to do any sport virtually because there's no team atmosphere.
Mhm.
So it's just working out on your own. So why have the Zoom calls at all? Like, hello. But
To make friends, Josh.
I made no, that's not true. We did start like a mentor-mentee program, so I got to know some new people, but I got exactly one new person actually. But his name is Tyler Mitten. If he's watching this, shout out to you, Tyler. He's a sophomore, so he's definitely not, but
He should be watching this. We're pretty.
everyone should be watching it.
Yeah.
Everyone make sure to tell your friends to watch this. Please. We're desperate.
We need the views. We need the views.
We got the way we do the audio podcasts, it's through a website called Anchor, and that also sets like automatically like sets you up with like sponsorship deals if you want to do that. And we got like we could be having like sponsorships right now.
Mhm.
But it's per view, so we make like 3 cents per podcast because we don't get many views, but
That's more than we spend. How much would we need to do to cover the pizza party?
that's true. If we make 3 cents per podcast,
It's $2.50 for the pizza party. Only 83 podcasts.
Oh, simple. We got that.
We can step it up to like 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be there every time. No problem.
Or just like take a long podcast and divide it into multiple ones. Then you're making more
just
money
talk
per
for 8 hours straight. And then we have all the content we need for
Upload
2
each
months.
minute separately.
month.
Oh, from all the viewers, I have a bit more content for you guys. So, when Wyland and okay, back to like the walking home thing. When Wyland and not Wyland, I'm sorry. When Josh and Ethan were done walking with us, Fiona, Wyland, and I would go to the boba place
Oh my gosh,
my
Hunan, bro.
God. every
I'm
single
so
day.
sad it closed.
Oh.
Was
Yeah,
that the
but
one
those-
in the like by the giant?
Yeah.
Their noodles were so fire. Like I don't know.
No, their fried rice
Their
smacked.
fried rice was so good.
So
Their
good. It
boba
was
so bad. I'm
amazing.
sorry. And Wyland, every single time, Wyland would pay for me, and I felt so bad about it. And I tried to pay him back one day, and I'm pretty sure it just didn't work because he was like, "I think you owe me like $50." And I felt so bad. And then, of course, Wyland's dad would drive Fiona and I home, and it was like the sweetest thing. He had no problem with it, and he would do it so often.
Even though we lived like a minute walk away, we still didn't want to walk.
That whole
Why-
trip was like an hour. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Just getting home was like an hour long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be easily 15 minutes if we just walked.
Oh, Hunan. Oh, so sad. It came. What did it went out of business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to go there all the time because I mean they delivered, so like we could order and then we'd have food within like 15 minutes.
That's so. Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
that's
They
good.
got kicked out because of the like renovations they're doing to that shopping center.
The renovations that
They're
not doing.
supposedly doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a big fence.
I don't
Yeah.
know. We overheard one time the landlord like raised the price of their rent, so they had to leave.
Oh.
If that makes sense, because I think they were still stuck in contract.
Well, they stayed there after the giant closed down because it was them and a
Mhm.
dry cleaner place was also there still.
Yeah.
And there's a tutoring place, I think, too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, was there?
Was there?
Oh,
No, I no, yeah, there definitely was.
Huh.
Did you guys ever do tutoring for like SAT prep or anything?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Nope.
Nani's out of here. She's had
Oh,
enough.
she left.
She's done with us.
Her computer died apparently.
Okay.
Because I know Ethan as well, went to C2, and I
Mhm.
despise C2 with a passion.
Why? Why do you hate it so much?
It's just so incredibly boring.
Well, all of them are gonna be boring.
Well, then I don't want to do any of them.
I lucked out. I didn't do SAT or ACT, and I didn't study for it. Let's go.
I did the SAT, but I definitely did not study for it.
I quit C2 and I just got like, because I was pretty good with the math, and I just got like one of the writing help practice books. I just did that on my own, and then I did it, and I aced
did
it.
it.
Yeah. This is a little secret. I don't even know if you guys know about this, Fiona and Wyland, but me and Ethan, before we went along the street or the creek shortcut, we went like directly next to the fence, like on top of the
Oh my
hill.
god.
And that area, every
Oh my
single
god.
like day we would walk got excessive, like exponentially more overgrown with
Yeah.
just thorns.
Like
No.
by the day, it would become more difficult. We would walk to school and then walk back and have a harder time going back than we did in the morning. Just
Then
7
why
or 8
did you
hours
keep
before.
doing it?
Well, we didn't know that
We
like
didn't-
down
yeah.
by the creek existed yet.
We didn't know there was a path there or anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're like, this is the only way we can go.
This is the only way.
But I remember like because especially like after the summer break, it was awful.
Yeah.
And I remember like 8th grade, like the first few days of school, we would like army crawl under as if like going through like the barbed wire.
No,
'Cause, like,
yeah,
the-
we would literally be
thorns would, like-
crawling along the ground.
Because like the
Oh.
thorn bushes would like intertwine themselves with like the linked fence.
Yeah.
So like there was no way you could like push them aside or step over them. You had to go underneath.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You got some scissors. Just start cutting the thorns down.
Well, I think that like the baseball team parents actually did go back there with like a weed whacker and stuff because to make it easier to get balls and stuff that
Balls.
went over the fence. So it's probably easier now, but
Did they close it down though? Like you blocked the pathway? Or
did they?
I swear they did, because people were like leaving school at one point, just keep going home through that pathway. Like midday too. It wasn't like after school. It was like during lunch.
Yeah, I know. I feel like my brother did that sometimes. I definitely like gone home and then come back before, like during lunch.
That seems
In
so
middle
nice.
school?
Yeah,
What for?
Yeah,
I
wait,
don't
what-
know. I don't remember.
Why?
But I
in
remember
middle
doing it
school?
once. I don't remember. I don't know.
You're talking about high school?
No. High
How
school,
could
I
you
would
do
never.
it, though, during lunch.
There's only like what? Because you could like go outside sometimes.
Oh.
Like they'd like open
Oh,
up the
yeah.
blacktop, and you could sneak out and then come back. I don't remember what I did it for, but I only did it once. Maybe just to show that I could do it, to prove it to myself. But
Do you
Wow,
guys
such
ever
a
think
rebel.
about like in middle school how it was just like everything was so restricted? Like there was just so compared to being in high school. You
Yeah.
know, like in middle school they were like, "Oh my god, you have to do this, you can't do that." Like you can't even go we couldn't go outside like during lunch and all that during times. But in high school like nobody cares.
yeah,
You know
you
what I
needed
mean?
passes to go like during lunch. Like you'd get like backhanded by Mr. Blackman or Mr. Martell if you didn't have
I
a
was
pass and tried
backhanded
to
many a
leave.
time.
I'm not
I
surprised.
remember my table. I sat on one of like the tippy top tables on the stairs, and my table would always go to like there was like the bank of stairs, and then there was the 2 tables in the corner.
Mhm.
Oh, you
I was
were-
at one of those tables,
Oh.
and then our table would always try to leave to get to the media center like halfway through lunch. 'Cause media center people
I
are-
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember I sat up there for a while and I would remember like a mass exodus from
Yeah.
the peanut table.
Yeah. Except like I don't think any single day every person had a pass to the media center. So we'd always like smuggle people like in the middle of our group. The media center was chill. I like the Frost Media Center personnel.
It's very homey, I'll say that.
I don't even remember.
I can't remember what it
Center
looks
was.
like.
I remember because they had like the little like corner. It was always so sunny in there. Like it
Where
just had
was
like
it?
always had such great natural lighting.
Wait, where was it? I don't remember where it was.
It was on like it's on like the side of the Frost Hill, and you can see like little pokey out
Oh,
triangle
I remember
bits.
that now. Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
had like chairs that you could sit in.
Yeah,
Like book nooks almost.
They had a huge skylight, right?
I don't think so.
It
Maybe.
was
Sure.
huge.
I thought they
I
had
thought they-
windows on the ceiling.
Maybe. I don't look up.
I
I have a
remember
neck
being
issue.
in there when it was raining one time. It was really nice.
I don't remember. Yeah, but it's a very nice. I've never been to like the Wooten Media Center except for like a club meeting or like to vote
Study circle
or whatever.
thing.
Yeah. Because it doesn't have windows. It's in like the middle of the school, isn't it?
It does have windows, but they face the courtyard.
Yeah.
It's not as nice.
The Frost Media Center was on the second floor.
Yeah.
It was like
was
a little
very, very
castle
nice.
in the sky. Yeah.
And during lunch, it was like empty. Like our group was like the only group that was ever there. And well, it probably wasn't like that originally. We were just really, really loud. So we probably just drove everyone out. But
Oh, I remember where the media center is now. Oh.
actually,
Took you that long to remember.
I was thinking the
Well,
entire
like,
time. I just
that's
went through the
okay.
entire school.
Yeah.
The
Are you guys
Frost
ever?
Center is just so much better than the Wooten one too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm sure the Wooten Media Center personnel are nice as well. I think it's just bigger, so like it's not as cozy. It's not as familiar feeling.
Mhm.
Wooten's is bigger?
Well, it has like more people. Like
It
it
has
has the
lower
Oh.
bookshelves,
Yeah.
Does
that's
it?
true.
like compared to the size of the people in the room.
oh
Like in the Wooten Media Center, you can basically see the entire room at once,
That's true.
which is kind of like for a library.
yeah, it feels like an elementary school library a little bit.
Yeah, that one I don't remember.
The elementary school library was like
Never mind, I
a
do.
holy place. I'm serious. I
Literally.
would want to spend hours in there. I loved it. I don't
remember
know
actually-
why. I was just really obsessed with like reading when I was younger, but I'd read the same like book over and over again. I don't know what it was, but I loved that place.
In the Falls Media Center, there was like little like divots in the wall sometimes. And I remember every time I went there for like class, I was just like, I'm hiding. I would just tuck myself into one of like the little wall divots.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would too. And I'm pretty sure people like couldn't see me. I was like 3'11". Like I'm serious. I was so tiny.
The Falls Media Center had like a back room, and then there was a back room to the back room, which is where I worked every morning on TV studio.
Yeah. Falls Mead's
That's
TV
weird.
studio was so fire.
It was better. Can't say that, but it was better than Frost.
Did Frost have TV
Yeah.
studio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did people? I don't think I ever watched it.
I think it was a class.
They had a really fire
Yeah,
intro.
wow.
I remember that.
Yeah, they had a really cool intro.
I feel like a
Oh,
lot of teachers wouldn't show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
I
was
don't
just-
even remember the intro.
I think it wasn't a drone shot.
Thanksgiving at Robert Frost. Yeah.
Oh.
I tried the other day to find that video on YouTube, and I was so
Oh.
disappointed after I looked for like 2 hours and I
Oh,
couldn't find it.
no.
It has to exist somewhere on the
What
internet.
compelled you to find that video?
I don't know.
Thanksgiving.
I was just like on my computer, like writing something or other. I don't remember now. And my brain just went Thanksgiving at Robert Frost. Yeah. And I like got viscerally frightened by myself.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm pretty sure Betty, thank you to Betty, posted the intro because you probably had it on like her Google Drive. She posted it on her Finsta sometime like I don't know, probably like within the last few months.
Out there.
I watched it. So nostalgic. I was like, we looked like that, first of all. Second of all, this was so fire. Like the fact that we made this at 13, 14 years old, I thought it was great. I was like, this is so cool.
It's difficult to go wrong with a drone shot.
Yeah.
I remember who was it? Jared Cook. It was Jared Cook's drone. I remember that. Crazy.
Now I've got Thanksgiving at Robert Frost. in
I
my
know.
head.
Thank you,
Just-
Josh.
Pass the cranberry sauce. Yeah. Mr. Reddington might have that video still. I
I
hope
should-
I
so.
love Mr. Reddington. What a man.
He was my
That was
homeroom teacher in
English.
8th grade.
Favorite.
Did you guys ever
Everything-
have to do the like? Did you have them for contemporary communications or for English?
English?
Me too. Did you have to do like the 1 minute game or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, that was such
Did
a
you
hard
ever? Did you
one.
ever win?
No.
Me
What's
neither.
the 1 minute game?
So he assigns you a random topic, and you have to talk about it for 1 minute straight without taking like long breaks or
Oh,
using
that's
like
so
using
easy.
crutch words,
Like,
like or like being excessively repetitive or something like that.
Right.
And it was difficult. He gave me my brother too, so it should have been pretty easy, but
It's
I
so
could never do it.
natural, though.
do
Like,
you guys
you're
remember the Animal Farm?
Oh,
I
I-
hated that movie. That movie was so creepy. Oh my god.
interesting book.
Everything about middle school is like a dream that I'm constantly forgetting, and to like conjure up any memory of it, I have to like think really hard about it and try to draw it out of the depths of my mind where it was buried. Because that whole thing, the whole experience of Robert Frost Middle School is truly a fever dream to me.
yeah.
It was just so long ago.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't. I feel like I remember elementary school better than
I remember elementary
Frost.
school way better.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
same.
I don't remember anything. I don't remember.
So
You
I
guys
peaked-
remember
I
book
peaked into-
fairs?
Oh,
Oh.
I never bought
Oh.
anything from book fairs, but I just loved
I
playing with
loved
all the
book fairs.
toys.
Yeah.
The vibe was so nice. It was just like, oh, I miss it.
Like the smell of all those freshly new books. It was just, I was just like, I can see it.
Fresh
now.
books.
Did you guys ever read the I think it was called like Monster Hunter? It was like a series of books. They're made for like 3rd graders.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did you read that in 3rd grade, Josh?
I think so. Yeah. I used to
Okay.
read all the time. I got in trouble for it. I would I was such a stupid idiot child. And I would just lay down like forehead on the desk, book in my lap, just like limp reading a book.
Oh my gosh.
And
I
so
like
yeah,
neck problems, Josh.
probably. I also look at my phone a lot, so I used to have my like you know how like the bump you have on the back of your neck?
Mhm.
Mine used to be really, really pronounced, and I'm like, okay, I'm a dinosaur. I need to fix this. That's why I like stopped looking at my phone so much, and now it's better. But
Nice.
Wait, but
thank you.
is that like a problem? I'm feeling mine right now. Like, is that a very
No, I mean I can still feel it, but it was like
We're all touching our butt.
phone in the back
in
of my
Miss
neck?
Engelman's class in 7th grade. So the way like if you feel your collarbone and you like lift your hand up, like it pops out a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sure.
I was just doing it in Miss
Wait.
Engelman's class, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "My bone is popping." And, and then I was like, "See, look." And then every single person in class started doing it, and we spent like 10 minutes just putting. Oh, best.
Remember recess?
Oh yeah.
Recess?
Can I just say
Oh,
though, the amount of drama that went down during recess in elementary school?
Minuscule. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I have no idea.
What kind of drama did you have in elementary?
Yeah.
Oh
The
my
only drama we had was who gets the best ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
pretty
real. Oh
much.
my god.
No,
bro.
no, no.
Who's
Okay,
it
when I was
first?
in elementary school, okay, I'm not gonna like name any names, but when I was
No,
in
name
elementary
some.
school, no,
Spill
Thank
the
you.
tea, Nani.
so when I was in elementary school, first of all, elementary school girls, myself included, are just very dramatic in general, right? We think that like, oh my goodness, this girl like she's like stole my pencil.
I cannot relate to that.
Yeah, I
Nani.
don't remember
think
that
that's
at
a
all.
you problem.
No. I swear. If you talk to people who went to Falls Mead and talk to them about recess,
You're talking to them right now.
Yeah, two of the people you're talking to.
you're not girls, okay?
It's
Girls,
not like our friend
a bit
groups were
more-
exclusively male.
bit more dramatic, and it was just funny. Like I look back at it now, and it's hilarious because who fights about this stuff? Who fights in general? And
Yeah. People are still fighting about that stuff today.
who
I was
stole
a
my
In
pencil?
kleptomaniac.
high
Maniac
school.
in
No,
elementary school.
but equally stupid.
Kleptomaniac.
things.
Yeah, I would steal things all the time. I would steal, you know, like the animal shaped erasers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that. I'd just take it. And I'd put it in my pocket and I'd take it home with me.
Oh my god.
I was bad. I caused all the drama. It wasn't any ladies. It was all me.
I remember, you know those like fancy pencils that you can take like the bottom off and switch the colors?
Mhm.
Yes.
The pencils everyone loved in middle
My
school.
obsession.
I remember that in elementary school, people would sell those for like $1, and it was like an actual business.
No, you know what? The silly bands. You know the silly bands?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was about to
Talking
say,
about?
yeah.
That was like, oh my, that was like the gum. You know, like you trade gum in middle school. That was what we traded in elementary school.
Silly bands got banned from Falls Mead Elementary School.
For
They were
what
not
reason?
allowed
Why?
Huh.
because it was like that was like during class like it was literally like there was like gangs, like silly band gangs. Like I only have the Toy Story ones. It was bad. It was so bad. It was and
Yeah.
people were just trading them all the time. I was a silly band tycoon, let me tell you.
Oh
I
yeah.
was the
bet.
richest man in the school.
I remember I came.
Remember like the silly rings? I'm sorry, Nani.
No, I was just I
Oh,
came to
that's
school
right.
one day with like.
Yeah. Everyone
all
comes
the
to
way.
school.
I was kitted out. I started putting them on
Josh
my
should wear sleeveless shirts and replace the sleeves with bands.
I was wearing no clothes, only bands. No, but
what were you
in
saying?
recess, this was something that I got in trouble for, me and a few other kids, because at Falls Mead they would team up like 2 grades to eat lunch and go to
Oh,
recess
yeah.
with, except they weren't like next to each other. Like they were, it wasn't like kindergarten and first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. It was like second and fifth. Like it was all random.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What compelled them to do that? But when I was
They
out,
can do anything they want.
I was either in second or third grade, and we had recess with 5th graders, and then there was this one 5th grader, and he like it was like a game. He would pick 2 kids up, and like you'd grab onto his hand, and he'd just
And whack
spin.
them together.
And, no,
Oh.
he just spin in a circle, and that was the best. It was so fun. Oh, but we got in a lot of trouble for doing that.
I don't remember this.
You don't?
Remember?
Oh.
I think it was Dakota.
Josh, do you remember what
Do you remember-
smiley bombing was?
Oh, maybe I don't remember that.
Vaguely.
So smiley bombing was this thing that I used to do with a few of my friends to like, I think this was in 5th grade, to just keep entertained during class. We would like try to draw a smiley face on each other's like papers or something without them realizing. So like if they were looking at the board or something, we would like quickly like sneak our hand over to their notebook or something and then draw a smiley face in it. And that was a smiley bomb. And this got like, I don't know, I don't remember why, but like either a lot of people started doing this and it was like really distracting and hurting people's like academic abilities, or some person who was doing it took it too far. I don't remember what it was, but we had to call a meeting with the entire grade in the auditorium strictly about stopping this like little thing that I just used to do with a couple of my friends because class was boring.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the most insane
Well,
thing
someone
that ever happened.
it's because someone took up like a knife, like a little plastic butter knife from the
and cut it into their face.
and cut it into someone's back. Yeah. So
Yeah.
And no.
I don't
That's a
remember.
joke.
Oh,
That's a joke.
Okay.
Did you guys ever have to have like stupid auditorium meetings for stuff like that? I don't
surreal.
remember who I was talking to, but if this is your story, God bless you, because they held an entire elementary school like town hall meeting to tell everyone to stop playing with dog poop.
What?
Pick up like bags of dog poop and like throw it.
Alright, what keeps happening?
I don't remember. That wasn't at Falls Mead, but someone told me that story. I'm like, that's
my God.
incredible.
If this is your story, God bless you.
Wait, throw it at other people?
Like play catch with it and stuff.
No. Oh
And they
my
have to like go over like all the diseases you can get from it. I was like, Falls Mead was never that. It was probably Doofeef, honestly. Doofeef.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was like a
Doofy.
doofy thing.
Actually, I think it might have been Aaron who told me that story. It might have been Aaron. If it's not Aaron, I apologize, but I could definitely see Doofeef doing that.
Hmm. Yeah.
How were
Our
there
elementary
enough?
school.
I don't
Yeah. How is
know.
there enough for that to continue?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like a one day thing. Like they just found one at one recess and like that's all they did, and they got on like I don't know, but I just remember someone telling me a story where they had to have like an entire school meeting not to play with dog.
My goodness. What?
Yeah, at our elementary school, did your elementary school like ban tag, like playing tag?
Yeah,
They did.
it was too dangerous. Yeah,
Yeah.
some kids' heads got bonked or whatever, and some angry mom.
I remember wall ball being outlawed.
Oh,
Dodgeball as well.
Well, that was just an MCPS thing.
yeah.
Literally, some kid like it. I mean, like the dodgeballs are not hard. Like you know, like the squishy one, not like the rubber ones, just like the squishy ones.
Yeah.
Like those aren't dangerous. Like the balls themselves. I think someone got like clocked in the head or something. Like when they threw it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I like dodgeball.
Dodgeball was so
Yeah.
fun.
Like balls. Back in elementary school, I don't know if you guys did this, but Beth Falls Mead for PE, we would have like tests to like throw different kinds of balls. Like the highest would be a tennis ball, and the lowest would be like
I
a really big
remember that.
squishy ball.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
failed
my
every
god.
time.
That was actually kind of fun. It was like a weird, like, it would get really difficult towards the end, like the things that you would have to do.
I
You'd
remember
have to,
Mikey
like-
Fellman was always leagues better than me at that. Like I'd get to like level like 6 and he'd get like to level 10 and I'd be so upset. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
You
But
would
like
have
wasn't
to
it,
like juggle two different sized balls by like bouncing them against the wall. And then while that one was flying, you'd have to throw the other one and then catch them in opposite hands and then like keep going. It was crazy.
I don't even think I could do that now.
Yeah.
How did I do it? How would I do it then?
I don't know. You wouldn't.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So nice.
Do you guys remember, and maybe this is just a Lakewood thing, but we used to play like scooter basketball.
Okay.
Oh my
Remember that?
gosh.
Do
Scooter
Do you
basketball
remember
was the
that?
best thing ever. Oh my
I
God.
loved when we went to gym and they had the scooters out and we were playing scooter basketball.
Someone
Scooter
always went over my
basketball was
fingers
so
though.
fun.
yeah, no, that because you have to like push on the ground.
Mhm.
And I was in, I think it was elementary school, and I was at an ice skating rink for. It was at. Do you know what Kids Co is? Question mark.
Mm.
How should
So
the
they-
That
kids
was my
go
dream.
events?
Well, I mean, I went there for years of my life and summer
Okay.
camp. So so every summer, like at summer camp, you'd like go to like like once a week, you'd go to like some destination, right? And one time it was an ice skating rink, and as I was tying my ice skates on, I was sitting on the ground, and some kid was like being an idiot and just jumping around like the lobby in his ice skates and freaking stepped on my finger. And it was just, I couldn't go ice skating because I was bleeding all over the
Yeah,
place.
if he
But
was
I
any
didn't cry 'cause
heavier,
I'm a
like you
man.
literally
I'm just
could have
kidding.
lost the end of that finger.
Yeah.
You would have.
If he was 20 pounds heavier,
Oh
it was just a little child. But
You beat him up, right?
Yeah.
no, the mom was really apologetic, and I'm like, "You gonna pay for this?" And I showed her my limp finger.
Did you have to get stitches?
I don't think it really wasn't that deep. It was like so I'm over exaggerating. It like set like halfway, so it like kind of just like sliced. So it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but I was mad.
As a kid, that's kind of traumatizing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've never been ice skating since.
Really?
No, I'm not good at ice skating.
Oh.
I don't want to learn.
I'm terrible at ice skating.
I'm terrible.
So
I'm so
hard.
I
scared.
used to take
I
ice skating
remember
lessons.
I went.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
You
mouth.
took
I
ice
didn't-
skating lesson.
Yeah, because I didn't like most sports, so my parents were like, "Well, let's do ice skating then." Um,
Yeah.
and every at the end of every week of class, there'd be a test where you'd have to run or like go to the end of the rink, pick like a little stuffed animal, and come back, and the winner would always get a prize.
Oh.
And this is what I did every single week. I never learned how to ice skate, but I always won the tests because I would just run in my ice skates, like hobbling around to the end. Like the other kids are like actually trying to ice skate, and I'm just running through like knee deep, like as a knee deep water. And so I'd always win, but I never learned how to ice skate.
Gosh, was this at the Tavern John ice rink?
Yeah, the indoor
I would
one.
take lessons there too. Like my mom forced me into it, and then I told her I hated it one day and like cried, and she was like, "Okay, you're good." And I was like,
I liked it because there's like the little like cafe area, and you could always get like the icy slushies or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd force my parents to get me one once a week. I'd say I want it. I deserve it. I won the test. I'm a good ice skater. I promise. I used to take swimming lessons as well, and I did crap. I don't actually try when I do lessons. I is what I've learned. Because in swimming, I would just always do the somersaults in the water, and I'd look to my mom like, "Did you see me do the somersault?" While like the instructor is like talking about how to do like proper breaststroke or whatever. So I never learned how to swim either. Like,
I
can
hated
swim,
being on
but I
swim team. That was the worst experience of my life. No, that's not true. But it was really bad.
Did you guys ever
Maybe
do
you should
sports? or
share the worst
anything?
experience of your life, Ethan.
I don't know what it is.
Golf blitz.
Golf
golf
blitz is
blitz.
really high up there. College applications are up there as well.
I feel like a lot of the college application process, they just made it like the most unintuitive way possible, just to hex with us.
Yeah.
Just for
So
kicks.
close.
They're like, let's see who can get past this. It's an intelligence test to see if they're deserving.
It's not an intelligence test, it's a test of patience.
Yeah, essentially.
Because all
The
of their
resident-
websites are so terrible.
Yeah.
The resident.
They're
I don't understand.
really strange. I mean, some of them are so much better than others.
Yeah. Like summers aren't clear with like, oh, we want all your test scores. We want one of your test scores. We want no test scores. I'm just like, can you just say it? You know, like it's really just type it in there. It's
Yeah, it
really
can be hard to
simple.
find that information.
I think the dumb part is the self-inputting grades.
That is so
'Cause
dumb. I had to
any
do that
school,
3
if you actually
times.
want to go to that school, you're gonna have to send your official transcript anyway.
Yeah. Which
So
I
I
don't
had to- I've literally spent 3 hours like just pushing numbers on my keyboard to enter a bunch of grades in.
Even
talked about
you
this-
need to redo it.
we talked about this exact same thing on the podcast I did with Zara, Mikey, and Ellie,
Oh yeah.
and
Let's move
Wyland.
on.
Wyland as well. Wyland was also there.
I was waiting for my name, but no.
Well, no. You were so quiet in that podcast, Wyland. You were
Yeah.
not awake yet.
I was quite tired.
So is this like a tradition now? We talk about college every podcast.
No, there is something we talk about every podcast, and we will not bring it up in
We
this
can't.
podcast.
Yeah, we can't.
Which
So
is
take
why-
that.
well,
Why not?
Because we've talked about it every single time. Well, I feel like there are 2 things.
Wait, where are they?
I don't remember the other one though.
There are 2 things.
You
Aren't they
have
on
to
this
think, though.
sheet of paper?
We only talked about the one. Those are the
Aren't
same
they these?
incident. Well, those are that's the same thing.
Oh, okay. We had them as separate incidents.
Well, I mean, it's like to get connected because the
Part
reason,
B was a subsection of A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
No one knows what we're talking.
see,
We're
now
talking
you
about the
say
clowns.
words.
The clowns. We're not going to talk about it now.
We have it on this sheet of paper under the topic, please don't rehash, in all caps and bold.
And then also the lights turning off at Frost that one time during the clowns,
You
and
can't
everyone's
talk about
screaming about the clowns.
I
But we're not going to talk
remember
about it
that.
now. No one's allowed to talk. No,
Okay,
Fiona, we're
wait,
not
wait.
talking about
I
it.
can't talk about it. Josh
Only, yeah,
has
only Fiona
already-
and Nani can talk
yeah,
about it
you're
because they
the
haven't
only
been here
people.
yet.
Share your personal experience in a maximum of 300 words.
I don't remember it. I'm sorry.
I
Really?
remember that I was
How
in
can
the
you not?
hallway, like right outside the cafeteria, and the lights went off, and I didn't know what was happening at first, and then everyone started running and screaming, and like some people were like fucking crying. Terrible.
We will get every
That's
side of
funny.
this story.
I was in the staircase with Christina Liu when the lights turned off, and it
You
was.
can't tell the story.
Well, I haven't told my part yet.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't think I've said this.
Oh,
I usually
go
just be
ahead.
quiet.
Are you sure?
Because,
All right,
yeah,
Go ahead.
because and it was like pitch black in the staircase because there's no windows.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, next topic. We're not. That's enough. We've said enough.
One of the topics that I
What
have
are you
written down
doing,
is
Wyland?
Oreos.
For our video listeners, Wyland was just like scrunching his finger on like barely in view of the camera.
Yeah.
I'm petting my dog in the background.
Oh.
Oh.
I have another one, but he's sleeping.
Imagine my dog is whining.
My dog does not come upstairs because she doesn't know how to walk on hardwood.
Stairs are
So-
scary.
How old is your dog, Josh?
6 years.
Oh my god.
He keeps getting more scared of things.
Yeah, she does. She gets really anxious.
Oh,
So
That's so precious.
she recently, this is the thing she doesn't like right now. She doesn't like walking past like air vents and like the floor. We think one made like a loud noise sometime, and like now it'll take her like 10
Can't go
minutes to
near
walk
those.
past walk through a stair like a hallway because she's just like constantly
Oh.
looking at it. And she'll like back up and she'll look at me if I'm in like the room she's coming from. She'll like whine, and I'm like, just go. Usually I have to stand on top of or like sit on top of the air vent, and I'm like, all right, come on, and then she'll go through.
oh.
She doesn't like a refrigerator either. She refuses to walk past the refrigerator.
Has she been inside it?
Wait, what? Ethan.
I used to have the same fear,
Inside it?
but the first time I was in my refrigerator, I saw that there was nothing to be afraid of.
What do you mean
What are
by
you laughing at?
inside your
Oh my
refrigerator?
god.
You know,
What do you
kids
mean?
Like
die
fully
inside.
inside, like you sat inside the refrigerator and
Yeah.
closed
What do you?
it.
Oh,
what do
I
you think
probably
being
could.
inside of a refrigerator means?
I don't know.
If I can fit in a locker, I can fit in a
You guys are
refrigerator.
weird. Yeah, you can, and you should. It's an important emotional growth experience.
Okay, I'll do that after this. Thank you, Ethan.
What if you can't get out of the refrigerator? Then what?
That's happened to a
What
couple
do you
people,
do?
but-
What do you need?
Because refrigerators lock from the outside.
Yeah.
Older refrigerators lock from the outside, so like
Do refrigerators actually lock?
Yeah.
Oh, I was making a stupid joke.
No,
no,
the
Never
it's
mind.
like
It
a
was an
deadbolt.
intellectual
Lock.
comment.
Like it's like a deadbolt, but you can only turn the latch from the outside. The inside just has nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
I mean, kids will get trapped in there and then like starve to death.
Mine is like my.
Or freeze to death.
You don't have a
You won't
deadbolt
freeze in
a
a refrigerator, won't you? I mean,
I mean, if you're in there and you can't get out, you might.
I guess yeah. I mean, hypothermia is when? I don't remember. Isn't that when your blood freezes? No, I'm just kidding.
It's just extremely just you're cold.
I don't remember what your
Unhealthy.
core body temp has to be at for it to be registered as hypothermia, but that's what I was thinking of.
I don't
But
think
definitely not freezing, because that would if your core body temp is like 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
you're
you're already dead.
you're kind of gone by then.
I can't believe you guys have never been in your refrigerator.
Sorry,
I
Ethan.
can't. I don't think the shelves
I
would
have
support my weight.
Food in my
Not now.
refrigerator.
It's too late.
So Ethan, what did you do it?
I think I was in like 3rd grade.
I think I've been in a walk-in refrigerator before.
That doesn't
At
count.
some-
It's not your.
Oh, cool.
If you've been to
understand.
Costco, you've been in a walk-in like freezer. so
I've never
that's-
been to
That whole
Costco.
place sucks.
What?
I know. I'm sorry.
Did you
Josh,
just say Costco sucks, Ethan?
Yeah, I had this conversation with somebody else, but Costco is literally designed to be as horrific as an experience to the consumer as possible.
I love it.
How could you not like Costco?
It's literally intentionally designed that way.
All stores are intentionally designed that way, though.
No, they're not. Costco goes above and beyond.
Okay, but you got
All
Target.
splits of stores.
It is. It sucks.
For our listeners, you guys should all play Golf Blitz, and
No.
you can know how
No.
terrible of
No,
a game
you don't.
it is.
Unless you've done something very, very wrong in your life, then you have no
What
need
is
to play
it?
Golf Blitz.
It's a vile
It's the
game.
worst thing. It's Golf
Yeah.
Blitz, Your Honor.
It's terrible. It makes me so angry talking about it.
Eventually,
It's just
I'm
so
gonna write a
terribly
review.
designed.
Like
I wrote a review, and I
oh,
said
mean,
that
I'm gonna write like something the length of a thesis, like something that could be somebody's thesis for game design in length about how awful Golf Blitz is, and in all the ways that it is.
yeah, I said that the developers must have gotten kicked in the head by a horse in my review
Yeah.
because I was upset. Because every game design decision they made
Is
was seemingly intentionally to make it a terrible game.
and the programmers would have had to do extra to implement those.
Why do you play it?
Because I
we
deserve to suffer.
We have to, yeah.
So it's like
makes-
an addiction, but
A little.
No.
Well, no, okay. So I think it's like level based, and I think it's like a hump. I think once I get past a certain threshold, it's gonna be
You will
In-
always think that.
infinitely easier for me because it's just a bad game. But like it's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah.
The better you do, the more it punishes you for doing well.
Yeah. The better
Essentially.
you are, the less fun you have, and the worse you are, the less fun you have.
So
There's
it's
really-
So then why do you play it?
yeah, I'm confused why you play it.
We have to. What do you not
'Cause we
understand? It's like going into
started-
your refrerator. You have to.
Okay, but
I'm
none of
sorry.
us went into our refrigerator, Ethan. And we
Well,
all
neither
spent
have
our
I. That
fun.
was made up.
So I started playing it because it got
My refrigerator
recommended.
doesn't have a deadbolt.
Well, this okay.
Yeah,
Middle.
I thought-
Remember Flappy Golf in middle school? And how it took Frost by storm, Flappy Golf. And I like to think me and Ethan started that trend.
I think we did. We used to play
Yeah.
it on the walk to school.
Yeah, and then we started playing
no,
it like in like
Flappy
a group of 8 at school. And I remember like we were on some field trip and like literally like there was like 4 full games of golf blitz going on like my bus alone.
Yeah, that's all we
Like-
like. I played with Shannon and I think Anais.
They're on the bus. They're
Bus
just like people
there.
I've never known. They're like, "Oh, you're playing golf blitz?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're playing
Yeah,
golf
yeah,
blitz."
exactly. It was great.
Yeah.
And that
Golf-
game was made by the same people
It
who
was,
made
it was
Golf
made by the
Blitz.
same. So Golf Blitz got recommended to me by Shannon Snape because she said, "Look, it's made by the same developers as Flappy Golf, and you
It
love
seems
that
like a
game."
fun
And I'm
game
like,
that we could
"Oh,
play
I
together.
do
a
love
point
that game."
Yeah.
So I got Golf Blitz because I thought she also played Golf Blitz, and I was like, "Well, if I play, then we could play together." But it turns out she doesn't play golf, but she just recommended it to me, and it's a terrible, terrible game. And now I can't stop playing because that would be letting the game win.
Yeah.
You have this like pride thing. If I wasn't having fun with it, I'd just delete it.
Yeah, I don't understand why you feel so.
No, you
compelled
don't.
to
You can
do-
never understand because
No,
Golf
I
Blitz is
can't.
unlike any other experience that the world has to offer.
Thank you. I'll take that into consideration if I download it, just for the fun of not playing it.
Just, it's not good. Like,
It's not. But like you have it's impossible to describe just how simply terrible it really is.
yeah.
So I've never felt this before. Like I've never had this experience. I've never been so angry at something in my entire life. It's something special really,
same.
but
Can you
Yeah.
guys hear my dog?
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yes.
What does she want?
New puppy, right?
Go get her. I want to see her.
You want
Yeah,
to?
let our viewers see.
Okay, I'm coming. They're right here. They're right here.
And then while
Everyone
Nani's getting
leave.
her dog, I guess we have been going for almost 50 minutes.
Wow.
It's been lovely talking to everyone. And so we should start
Let's end
winding
it while
things
Nani
down.
is away.
Yeah. Not her. I'm just kidding. But how are you guys doing? I'm talking to the listener. No one respond. This is for the listeners. How are you doing? Oh, no. Okay, good. I didn't have anything else to say.
So cute.
That's a good dog.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, she's a good dog until she poops in my room every second.
Wait, really? Is she a puppy?
Yeah, we got her last week.
Oh,
What
how
kind of dog is she?
exciting.
What
She-
kind of dog?
Oh, she's so good.
She is a She is a Shih Tzu poodle. So
Aw.
half mini poodle, half Shih Tzu. I will say,
So cute.
as irritating as she is, the love I have for her is like literally indescribable because all she wants to do is cuddle.
Aw.
That's it. That's all we do.
Nani, your dog and my dog should be friends. They're both.
Oh my god,
similar
yeah,
in
puppy's
size.
it. Please, she'll have more of a social life than I will. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
she's so cute.
As I said while Nani was gone, so this is just for Nani now. But we have been going for about 50 minutes. So it's lovely talking to everybody. Hope everyone listening had an excellent time. We'll see you next week. Peace out, Patriot fam.
Bye.